All right, so I forgot a few things, and I'm gonna try to correct it. I said that the elephant's the the strongest and biggest uh, animal on the planet. I was talking about the land. I apologize for that. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to include the water. The whole water is a whole nother. That's space. That's real space, right? So look at these planets. They say Mercury's the closest to the sun. Remember that. Earth is third away from the sun. But it's about to be second from the sun soon. That's a whole nother story. But remember, Mercury, the more, is closest to the sun. Remember that. What orbit, like planet, represents Virgo? According to astrology, the abdomen, digestive system, spleen, basically the stomach. Why is that important? The stomach represents Virgo because the stomach area is the center of your body. Is it not the center? That's where the heat comes from. That's where the stomach acid is always warm. You drink cold water, and when it comes out of you, it's warm. It's warm, warm pee, right? Your body's warm. When you're alive, your body's warm. When you're dead, when the body has no more soul in it, the body goes cold. It goes pale, and then the body goes back into being part of the earth. But the center of the earth is the core, the real sun. That heat rises. That was why the water, I was talking in the last video, why the water was 10 degrees hotter last year off the coast of Florida. People should be freaking out. But the stomach area, the core, the earth, has lava. Your stomach has stomach acid. You getting it? The core of the earth is supposed to be so-called God. So-called the Most Highs. The soul. The S-O-L. The sun. Heat rises. Virgo is represented by the soul, by the sun. That's the Virgo sign. They're not saying it that way because you'll figure it out. They're saying it, it's the stomach area, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's still center of the universe. And the way the universe works, like everybody thinks it just goes in a circle, like, because that's how the seasons look. But it's not, sort of, but it's actually spiraling like a number 9, like so-called hair. The whole universe spirals up. It looks like it's going in a circle, but it's actually rising. It just keeps on rising, and we're almost at that point where it's been rising through this whole time. Yeah, people think it's a circle. Nah, it's spiraling. But they're also trying to get it to spiral down. That's why they love the number 6. That's why in entertainment you see 6 everywhere. Like I told you about the LeBron James wearing number 6, and Drake is a 6th god, and from all that stuff. That because they say that a lot of people don't realize something about so-called Satan because they don't read the book. And then if you do bring it up, they be like, no, I never said this. Like they say that people are twisting the words, But so-called Satan was in charge of the harp, the music, right? That you put that together before he got kicked out of so-called heaven. Was in charge of the music, the Prince of Lies. What other? Like they act like their version of Satan don't add up to anything that was told. Like they told you in some movies, the devil wears Prada, the devil whispers, the devil talks to you nicely. But they're not getting it. They think it's something else. They think the devil coming with rage and hate and like, yeah, it hates you, but not like that. It's trying to trick you. It's the prince of lies, the princess or prince or whatever you want to call it, the trickster. Like people ain't getting it. Charge of the heart. That's where you have Drake the sixth guy. Who do you think Drake and Obama really is? Them are Jesuits. They claim to be Jesuits. They don't claim the other stuff. They just that's the only reason why they got in the positions that they are in. They didn't get in the positions that they're in because they're so-called black. They got in there because they're Jesuits. And the only way you can be a true Jesuit is from your mother. They know the truth. We all they know the truth. Right? So back to this. So Virgo represents the stomach area. Right? What planet? Oh, look at it. It already came up. What planet rules Virgo? And you see at the bottom of the screen. A planet. Oh, you still type it in. Mercury, the closest one to the sun, the center of the universe, the stomach. Now you get it. Why it's the stomach area? Why Virgo represents the stomach area? The closest is considered the messenger of the planet of communications. You getting it? But they also share it with Gemini. But the difference between like the Gemini and the Virgo, that's why you hear Geminis like Trump. He talks a lot of stuff, but they consider him mean, but he has a lot to say because he's smart. Tupac was another one. You know, Kendrick Lamar's one. Kanye West is one. These are the only ones that come to my head. Then you have some that are fighters. I think like Mike Tyson is close to being one. Like, he's born in June. Sometime he might be one. I think Rampage is another fighter. Like that's that's a masculine sign. It's a masculine sign. Like it's an air sign. But the difference is their organ is not the stomach area. You get what I'm saying? Like they have the same ruling planet. It's a dualism. It's a negative positive aspect of that messenger for God. So them people, when they speak, you should listen. You should always listen. That's why they call the messenger. But they are not the same, completely the same as a Virgo. Nothing's that's the difference, right? And when you look at the name Mercury, do y'all know what Mercury really is? They say Mercury retrograde. Let me see. Hermes. Mercury in Roman religion. The messenger. Mercury's the messenger. Didn't they just say that the messenger, blah, blah, blah? Mercury, Hermes, Thoth, or Thoth, however you want to say it, these are all the same individuals. Tahuti. You're getting it now? You see what I'm telling you, how Virgo is so important, and Virgo's the first line, and the messenger, blah, blah, blah. But ends with Leo. Like Neo. Like I put Neo in Trinity. The reason why I put Neo and Trinity in the title of the last video was because they in real life, Neo, the actor that played Neo, is a Virgo. In real life, the actress that played Trinity, she's a Leo. So you got to see an aspect of it play out in the movies of their dynamic. You can see it in there. But that's why I put it in there. And plus the Trinity, that name is coded. It's supposed to be man, woman, and child. That's a true Trinity. They have it sent to that. The way they teach Trinity, they teach it as the Father, the Holy Ghost, and the Son, I think, or Father's, something like that. They just leave out the woman, but it's wherever they say it's completely wrong. It's the man, woman, and child. That's the real Trinity. And Neo is coded for Leo. But everybody thinks Neo's coded for the one. It could be. It could be a play on both. But he's not the one. If you saw the last movie, it's Trinity too. Like they were telling me, and a lot of people were mad about that. But we're very, very mad. It was like they're changing the whole movie. Nah, they ain't. These people know. They know enough. They can't. When they make these movies, all they can do is switch stuff around. They can't come up with anything new. They can't. It's impossible. To come up with something new in this realm, you got to be an original. Only original could come up with something new. Everybody else copies and pastes. Like they can do it to the point where people start thinking they're doing it the best. Like when you have rappers like Eminem, people think he's the best, but he didn't originally come up with rapping. Like, come on, he's not. And the only reason why he's considered the best is because the Jesuits own all the radio stations, and he's a Jesuit too. Like he told everybody. You can type it in on YouTube. He told everybody at least one time. But he hates his mother. Another one that hates the woman. But that's besides. That's why he's the best, considered the best rapper. When you put on the music, when you put in music, you're going to get Eminem, you're going to get Drake, you're going to get who was the other one? Taylor Swift. These are not accidents. They're all Jesuits. Barack Obama is a Jesuit. He's not in music, but that's why he was able to get up there. All his brothers that were presidents before him, they weren't his brothers, but they were family, real family, bloodlines, connected through his mother. That was why he got up there. The only reason why they put him up there though was to deceive the so-called masses, right? And they put the one that was so-called gay. They put the so-called black guy that was gay. They love this whole gay thing. It's like an inside joke with them. That's how you control populations. If no new babies are being born, that's another way you can try to kill all the babies. You can turn them gay, or you can go inside them and rip the baby out manually and tell them it's their right to. They won't change the system to get these people money, or whatever they need, so they won't kill the baby. Unless, I'm not talking about rapes and stuff like that. The rapes, that's a touchy situation. No woman should be raped. No woman should also be putting herself in positions to be harmed by a man. Like, she shouldn't be out very late with a man and wearing skimpy outfits. They give off the wrong signs. Like Chappelle said something about a police uniform, and it was a good analogy. Like he said that if you wear a police uniform out and you're not a cop, somebody's gonna run to you and ask you for help, but you're not. They might not understand that you're just wearing a costume. And he was relating to women wearing skimpy outfits. That's how it started. I'm saying it wrong. Look up the video, right? Yeah. So this is all about the Virgo, and I'm talking about astrology. I tell you about the astrology. The P's on there because it's like a male thing. Like they're so deep into this whole male thing right now. Like everything, like they the ones that put the man on top. The man was never on top. And I was telling somebody in the comments, we all come in here as a woman, supposedly. Like we don't have no testicles, no nothing. We just energy, right? So when we after we come in here, then we change. And the story goes that so-called Satan was the most beautiful. That's a woman. They didn't say handsome. They said most beautiful. And then she changed herself into a hermaphrodite. and got rid of. Then she didn't have. She got rid of her breasts and became chest to become stronger, physically strong. Because this is the physical round. This is the third round. Like people ain't getting it. That means that's where man came. Like the so-called male came. Like you get it now. Like this is the third. This is the like even in the Bible it talks about Satan is locked up for 1,000 years or something like that, right? It also says that Satan rules the third dimension, the earth. This is Satan. This is hell. That's why you got all the killings and all the stuff here. Everybody going backwards. This is it. But like a lot of people ain't getting it. Some people think Satan's throne is in Turkey. Go figure. I've been there too. Lived there. Not just been there. I'm not talking about just visit. Lived there. Lived in Turkey. Yeah. Just like the traveling stories of the apostles. Just like I lived in so many places. But yeah, this is a I say a prism because it traps light, but that makes it a prison. This planet is Satan's home forever, and Satan wants to get out with his crew, and he got some big crew down here. A lot of they say 1/3 of Satan, 1/3 of all the people in heaven got cast out with Satan. They cast out. That's like when a comet is coming toward the planet, it's not on fire, right? When you look at the movie, the comet's not on fire. But when it gets closer to the planet, the closer it gets, it catches on fire. That's the story of something falling, like Satan falling, like Satan being cast out. Fire. And so I just really wanted to talk about this Mercury and why Virgo's the first sign. I just want to give you more proof. It's the closest to the sun. It's the true messenger. That's why they say so-called Jesus is really born in September. Or you say October. I'll take that answer too, because like I said, like if you look at the 13 signs, it's October too. But that's the only exception. It's really in September though. The 7 months, 7. But yeah. That's pretty much it. So, here's another thing. Like, I said something one time and somebody was telling me about Billy Carson. I know who he is. I started hearing about it maybe 2 years ago. Maybe about 2 years ago. But I don't listen to Billy Carson like that. I see some of his videos now on YouTube, like in little shorts. And I see he's having a lot of success and he's doing really good things. But my information overall never came from Billy Carson. I only got information from one person, and all the rest came from me. The one person I said who it was in some of the videos. That's it. So with Billy Carson, from what I understand, the information Billy Carson is coming out with about the Tahuti and the Mercury and stuff like that, I believe he had an awakening around like 2012 Gregorian date. That's the same time pretty much that's pretty much the same time I had an awakening. Like I was writing on the Facebook since 2010. I'm talking about, if they put all my stuff together, I have books after books after books after books. You can have an encyclopedia full of books of all the stuff I wrote. These videos are just the summarization of all that stuff. So we both started around the same time. Some of the biggest YouTubers, we all started at the same time. I just didn't start with videos. That's so, like, what I'm trying to really get at. And that person I'm talking about, I didn't see this person's videos into 2017. So I was already writing. We all had an awakening, but that person was already awake. That person, I saw the video in 2017. That person already put the videos out, I think, since 2010. Even before the majority of the masses was waking up with this 2012 thing. So this ain't a shot at Billy Carson. I wish him the best success and keep on going strong. But it's kind of tired of hearing like, you're just repeating Billy Carson. I don't listen to Billy Carson. I don't listen to Kanye West either. That's another one. No disrespect to Kanye. He gives out some truth, but then he just flip flops. So, yeah, I don't listen to Kanye. My information comes from me and that one person. That's it.